When you exposed yourself to his 10-year-old sister, did you have an erection?
No. I mean, no. Partial?
Partial erection?
Yo, what up, niggas? It's your buddy Philko here, and this is the dude from Saving Heaven. When I see their white faces smiling back at me, Saving Heaven. I just want to put my hand in the underage underpants because. Okay, sorry, I should be making jokes about it, but yeah, this is the dude from Seventh Heaven. You guys know him. You guys loved him. If you watched it, I watched it growing up. They even made us watch it in junior high school. That's how popular the show was. I am going to try to explain two important things here. And now, if you're not a logical person, you're not a reasonable person, please do not watch this video. I'm tired of the ignorant comments. Sorry, and it's usually from black people. Come on, black people, let's try to be reasonable. If you're going to comment, at least watch and listen to the whole video before you say something stupid. Now, the two things I'm gonna get to is, all right, let me get to number one first. Number one is, yes, he's a monster. He's a predator. He should be arrested. A lot of things should happen to him simply because, bad things should happen to him simply because of what he did to the children. You know, he showed his penis to 13, 12, 11-year-olds. You know, he was just whipping this shit out whenever he felt like it. And they were looking at it, and he knew they were looking, and, you know, he said, oh, I was partially erect. You know, it wasn't that hard. I was a little erect, you know, just a little bit on the tip, just a little bit. You know, that's basically what he's trying to say. And doing things like that, you know, is basically wrong. You know, exposing yourself to children, I mean, do I even have to explain how that's wrong? I don't want to explain how that's wrong at all. I don't think I need to go there. But the second thing I want to go to is that there's a difference between adults who molest children and adults who fantasize about sexual intercourse with children. One is just plain and simply wrong. The other has a problem. Now let me explain the difference between the one that's mentally wrong and the one that's a problem. Now, the one that's just wrong, he has these feelings, he has these sexual desires, and he acts upon them towards innocent children, which is the problem. But then you have the guy who just fantasizes about it at home, and he never would actually touch a child. He has a problem, but he's not wrong. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because a lot of people villainize people who try to come forward and say things like, I might have an issue, I think I'm sexually attracted to children. And like, oh, fuck that nigga, did I kill him, da da da. What you need to understand is that a lot of these people who have these problems, one, they can't help it, and two, they need help. Now, listen again, I'm not talking about the people who act upon it. I'm not defending the people who act upon it. They're wrong, period. That's not a problem, they're just wrong. The people who have the problem are the people who keep it in their heads. And we need to make them feel comfortable to come forward and say, I need help. This is something I've noticed for a long time, and most people aren't mature enough to try to get these people help. So how do we help them? First step is we keep them away from children. Second step, I don't know, get some psychiatrist, whatever, talk to the guy 2 times a week or whatever, try to overcome those feelings, you know, introduce them to a strip club or something like that. You know, I'm being serious, you know, just try to get them out of that mentality. Because you can't say it's wrong to fantasize about anything, because people can't help what they fantasize about. That's how people try to say, oh, being gay is wrong, this, and that. Now, I'm not saying being fantasizing about having sex with children is on the same level as being gay. No. If you have, because first of all, not even trying to offend people, if you fantasize about having sex with men and you're a man, you know, basically gay stuff, that's a little off from the normal. It's just a little off from the normal. You know, if you fantasize about it, you masturbate to it, it's a little bit off from the normal, so we gave it a name gay. Just because something isn't very normal or very typical doesn't make it wrong. I'm just saying it's just not the normal, you know. Well, what percent of the world do you think is gay? Maybe, I don't know, 5, maybe even 10%? That still leaves the vast majority of people straight. The vast majority of people are straight. So when you do something like that, you know, it's not even considered normal. You know, it doesn't mean it's bad. Same thing, like some black people are born with blue eyes. It's extremely rare. It's not really normal because it's very rare to see it. Doesn't mean it's bad. Most of the time when black or mixed people are born with blue eyes, it's really good. It's just not the normal. Okay, that's what I mean by normal. Not trying to put anybody down. So what we need to do as a people, if we really care about the children, we need to make these people comfortable to come forward who have these desires but haven't acted upon it yet. We need to. I don't know if you guys know, but when was this? Jack McClellan. There was a guy named Jack McClellan. Jack McClellan. He was probably America's most popular pedophile a few years back. You know, he went on the Steve Philko show, blah, blah, blah. And at first, I didn't have a problem with him because at first he was coming forward saying he has a problem. He said he fantasizes about children as young as 5, as young as 6, as young as 7. And he was coming forward saying that he has this problem. So me, when I was like, how old was I? Maybe 21, 22. Me, I didn't get mad at him. I'm like, whoa, I applaud this guy for coming forward on national TV and saying he needs help. That's what more people need to do now. They don't need to do it on national TV. They just need to come forward so we can, first of all, protect the children, get them away from the children so they won't be so enticed to respond to their fantasies, and we can get them the help they need. They shouldn't be villainized. But later, he went on the Steve Philko show again, and we found out that he didn't just have the fantasies, he was acting upon it. He had a website where he talked about where you can see the cutest little girls. He had photos of little girls on a swing, like up their skirts and stuff. Now that's where he crossed the line to me. That's where he crossed the line. That's when I was like, fuck Jack McClellan, because he's acting upon it. He came forward like a guy who was just seeking help, but no. He was seeking help so he wouldn't get in trouble for the shit he did. So there's a difference between fantasizing and doing. There's a huge difference. But I'm just saying, if there's anyone out there, and I'm being dead ass, fuck how everyone is all just kill anybody, whoever thinks of having sex with a child. Listen to me. If you're one of those people who have those issues, you're sexually attracted to children, you see an 11-year-old, you get hard or something, you might not want to come out in the open with it. If you did, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but you may need to seek professional help, because one day you may end up hurting an innocent child, and then you will get hurt right after. Whether in public, whether in prison, you're going to feel it, because nobody respects somebody who sexually assaults a minor. Like, that is just well, I can't even say that's internationally hated, because in some cultures I hear little girls get married at 12 to grown men and shit, or even younger, like 8. Well, besides those people, man, you know, it's usually just looked down upon. So my thing is, hey, it should be international. I'm not saying it should be international, but I would like it if the international age to date a girl was 17. I find 17 to be perfect. 17, like, at the start, like that's just fine. You know, when a woman's 17, you know, she's been studying for a good amount of years, you know, she's basically an adult, she's ready to make those decisions of who she wants to be with. I'd say it's 17. Now, I'm not saying we should all just jump on 17-year-olds, man. I'm saying I think that's like a good age. Like, if I were king of the world, I'd make it 17. That's a good age for it. Now, personally, for me, the perfect age for me is 20. I just love 20. That age right there just kills me. 20, perfect for me, you know. But not everybody's like me, you understand? So I try to be reasonable for all. So I say 17 is a good age, okay? And I guess that's really all I have to say for this. That's really all I got to say about it. And once again, it's funny because he was playing a powerful religious person. I think it was a pastor, priest, whatever. And then, you know, he's molesting children in real life. Now, I'm not trying to get on pastors or priests, but you can't lie, they usually get on little boys. So at least he switched it up with girls. Not saying it's better, just saying he switched it up. And that's another thing. I don't see molesting little boys or little girls as something different. They're both children. So it's not like, oh, well, at least he didn't molest little boys. It doesn't matter. When you're like 12, 13, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only age where it even comes to start mattering, where it's like, it's bad, but it's not so terrible. It's like, you know, 16, where it's bad. Well, it's actually not even that bad, depending on what state you're in. Some states, 16 is legal. In Russia, 16 is legal. In Ukraine, 16 is legal. All that's legal in Russia, Ukraine, and some states of America. I believe 16 is legal. So that's where it begins to just start becoming normal, you know. And 17 is perfect for me to make the international law if I could. And 18, we all generally agree on that. And 21, there's nothing to even think about anymore. Once she hits 20, there's nothing to even think about anymore, in my opinion. It doesn't even matter. Age means nothing once both parties hit 20. So you could be 20 with a 90-year-old, whatever. You know what I mean? And so I guess that's really it. And 40 years, according to the article, if you guys go read the article, one lady took 40 years to complain. Now, this is another thing. If you get molested as a child, fine. You don't say anything, I understand. You don't say anything. But you've been an adult for 35 years and you didn't say anything? For 35 years, you've been an adult and didn't say anything. I wouldn't listen to you. I wouldn't listen to you. 35 years as an adult and you didn't say anything for 35 years? Now I'm supposed to put this man in jail for something that happened 40 years ago and what you were quiet about as an adult for 35 years? That just sounds off to me. As an adult, I'd say, let me see. I'd say you have 5 years to say something about if you were molested as a child. You have 5 years as an adult. You know, because it's ridiculous, because I don't see the reason why somebody's going to wait all those years to say something. 35 years as an adult? Now, I'm not saying if a child gets molested at 10, they don't say anything to 15, we can ignore it. No, I'm talking about once you're an adult, once you hit that 21. So let's say she went 33 years since she was 21 without saying anything. Doesn't that sound strange to you people? Maybe she's running out of money or something? I mean, it sounds very weird. I'm not making excuses for it. What he did was wrong, but why the fuck as an adult you're gonna wait so long to say something? I want to know the reason she took so goddamn long. I'm dying to know why it took her so long. Because if it was so bad and it hurt her so much, why the fuck did she take so long as an adult to say something? There's something going on here, because that's very strange. That's very strange. You know what I mean? And that's really it, people. Hope you guys understood me. Hope you didn't get me wrong. And I'm out. Later.